Fox News literally asked, what's the top reason that Trump's doing a bad job? What ranks as number one? The economy and tariffs ranks as number one. The number one reason why those who disapprove of Trump think he's doing a bad job, it comes right back to tariffs. The bottom line is this: when prices go up, presidential approval ratings go down, and that's exactly what we are seeing.
So that is an exciting development. Maybe not the biggest surprise. We know that people care about the economy. We know that they care about prices. They were very clear about that during the 2024 election, which is why it's always been so strange that as sort of like his signature domestic financial thing, Trump decided to pursue tariffs, which have this like the singular goal of increasing the prices of things. It was a strange strategy and people don't seem to like it. And now more and more Republicans, including Donald Trump, are panicking over the perception that people out there in America have that prices are higher, prices are gonna be even higher soon, and they don't at all like Trump's stewardship of the economy. Trump is now putting out a lot of messages, pretending that there's no inflation. He says prices are way down in the USA, which is just not true. He's gaslighting America. And by the way, you can try to gaslight Americans about a lot of things. Gaslighting them about what they just paid when they went to the store. How could that possibly work? They know that they're paying more money. So he says energy prices are falling big time. Please tell my power company that, Trump, because they seem to disagree. The only problem with energy is windmills, I guess. And the tariffs are bringing in tons of money. And I will say what I've said before. I've never before seen a politician brag more about how much they're taxing people than Donald Trump does with these tariffs. He's telling Americans, I'm fleecing you for trillions of dollars. Why don't you love me? It's a strange political strategy. It doesn't seem to be working on him. Now, inflation is not spiking necessarily in a general sense. It's about 2.7%. It's higher than the Fed wants. But generalized inflation is not super high. Now, a lot of people will respond, most of the tariffs just went into effect, so it remains to be seen whether they'll go up, which is fair, maybe that will happen. But individual product categories have very much experienced a lot of inflation. Vegetables are literally 40% higher than they were just a couple of months ago. Everybody knows that meat is up. They know that car prices are up. And so Elliot, just like telling people that not to believe their lying eyes when they look at price tags seems like a strange strategy to me. But my question for you is, would you have guessed that this would rate as the number one issue people have with Donald Trump?
Honestly, yeah, because I think it's one of the few ones that, as you were saying, like you can't really avoid it. People know what things cost when they go to the grocery store. It's also one of those situations where someone like Donald Trump, who has, I'm sure, zero experience shopping for himself his entire life, he can't relate to the fact that people see those prices and they see what's going on. But this whole tariff thing, in general, dude, it is like, I don't like to get conspiratorial, but it is starting to kind of break the fabric of reality for me a little bit, because he's been saying he's going to do this since he was campaigning. And then everyone on the left and people on the right were going, this is going to be a bad idea. And then he did it and he was like, here's my great idea. It's tariffs. And now everyone's going, hey, what do you know? That was a bad idea. And he's going, hey, great news. It was a great idea. And I'm starting to go, does he know? Who is telling him this? And also, what windmill hurt this guy? Like, what did fall on his head or something? I don't understand why he's so anti-windmill. I mean, I get it. I understand what the political reasons are, but I just like to imagine that he just has nightmares of windmills every night.
I know. I imagine he talks often about how many birds die. I imagine that like a young Trump, full head of his own hair, had his beloved dove, and he took it out for a flight.
Yep.
And it just went right into a windmill, and he
Released
pledged then. That's what
Never
I imagine
again.
must have happened. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know what his issue is with the windmills or whatever, but like he has to do a lot of lying. I mean, he said in that message that gasoline is at many years lows, which is just not true. That's just not true. Like, does he know we can look this up? I know that he doesn't pay for his own gas, but other people do. It's at about $3.19 a gallon. So that's less than it was in 2022. It's more than it was in 2020 to 2021. It's kind of what it's been at for the past few years. And importantly, it's not below $2, which he constantly claims it is. Again, gaslighting people that gasoline is 50% less expensive than they experience when they go to buy it. He's also lying about how much investment is coming because of his trade deals. He's now saying $15 trillion. Nobody knows what that is supposed to be a reference to. Fox Business says that even his own Trump Effect website lists 2.6 trillion in announced investments, which is that more than normally would be announced for the coming years? It sounds like a lot of money, but business is big. Like, how much is normally announced in a given year? Who knows? And they say there's gonna be more pledges. That adds up to 5.1 trillion. So this is 1/3 of what he's now claiming. Again, like, he's hoping to just lie his way out of this hole he has and how people are evaluating the economy, and it doesn't seem like the best strategy.